Welcome to the Real Estate Espresso Podcast, your morning shot of what's new in the world of real estate investing. I'm your host, Victor Menashe. This is the December 25th edition of the show. Merry Christmas to all of our listeners of the Christian faith. On today's show, I'm doing some gratitude work. I was taught this by my good friend and mentor, Kyle Wilson. Kyle is a past guest on the show, and he's best known for being founder and CEO of Jim Rohn International, where he was Jim Rohn's business partner for 17 years. There's no doubt that many of us lead stressful lives. My definition of stress is very simple. Whenever there's a gap between expectation and reality, that can be a source of stress. There's no guarantee of stress, of course, only the possibility of stress. But if there's no gap between expectation and reality, there can be no stress. It's in that gap that stress lives. So we always have the choice of either adjusting our expectations or adjusting reality. Stress can evoke other emotions like anxiety or fear. But as 2021 draws to a close, I choose to focus on gratitude. Now, it turns out that you can't be grateful and anxious at the same time. It's physiologically not possible. Kyle taught me this exercise of writing down 20 great things from the past year. Writing 20 great things is different than simply saying what you're grateful for. It's more specific, it's more tangible. If you just focus on gratitude alone, you might fall into the simplistic trap of writing generic things like, I'm grateful for my health, I'm grateful for my family, but it's not necessarily all that meaningful. When you write down the 20 great things that happened for you in 2021, it's more specific, it's more tangible. So here are mine. Number 1, I got to spend a month with my 96-year-old aunt in Rome. It was just a spectacular time to spend that quality time with her. She's not in the best of health, and who knows when I will ever get that kind of quality time with her again. I just don't know. Number 2, taking the entire company for a corporate retreat up to Banff National Park. At the same time, taking my wife and 2 sons to Banff to spend a long weekend with my eldest son, who lives out west in the Rocky Mountains. Number 3, completing our assisted living project and getting it staffed and nearly cash flow positive in about 4 months. Number 4, achieving profitability in our workforce housing RV park after a long period of struggling. Number 5, getting a high-rise condo project designed and submitted for site plan approval. The feedback from the community has been extremely positive, and when you've developed a product that you just know is hitting the bullseye of the market demand, you can feel it. Number 6, spending a week alone with my wife on the boat. Number 7, getting possession of several large development parcels and making significant progress through the land development and entitlement process. Number 8, lighting candles at lunch and dinner every day with my wife. We often play backgammon when we're eating as well. We just cherish that quality time together. Number 9, traveling again. I have to admit, I was scared to travel at first. I was scared to be around people after months of being isolated, and now it feels very good to be back traveling again on a regular basis. Number 10, growing the team with some fantastic talent. We've more than doubled the size of the organization, and we are really poised for some great things in 2022. Number 11, reaching agreement with the federal government on a ground lease for a super exciting project. And this project is going to be one of those legacy projects. Number 12, opening the consulting division of the company and engaging a significant number of high-quality clients. Number 13, creating and protecting an amazing company culture. Number 14, closing another storage project. We're now ready for the execution phase. Number 15, maintaining apartment occupancy throughout the pandemic. Number 16, surviving the pandemic financially and emotionally. Number 17, winning the Architecture and Design Award from Senior Housing News for our Sage Oak of Lake Charles project. That's such a huge honor to be recognized on a national basis. Number 18, we grew our investor community significantly. And number 19, we vastly improved our systems in the business and feel like we're so much more in control. Implementing those systems is now straightforward for new projects, and now the task is to bring those systems backwards to the existing and legacy projects. And number 20, my wife and I have been laughing so much more together than we have been in a long time. It's so wonderful. So those are my 20 great things for this year. I can look back at 2021 and say in all sincerity, it's been a great year. Have there been setbacks and challenges? Well, of course there have. There have been delays and changing regulations and all kinds of things that were unexpected. We've had the constraints of the pandemic holding us back from doing so much more. As you can tell from the nature of these 20 great things, I'm more appreciative of the journey, not just the milestones. In fact, I had far more than 20 for the list, and it was a struggle to keep it down to 20. So as you think about that, take the time to write for yourself 20 great things that happened this year. It's a more specific form of gratitude. Have a very Merry Christmas Go make some great things happen, and we'll talk to you again tomorrow.